Hello, Essie here with a process video for Peartree Cutfiles, and this is also part of our May crop, and I have a layout here for challenge 3, which is a recipe challenge. So my recipe, there was still at the top end of the video, is to use at least two pretty papers, at least 2 photos, stir in some paint or ink, add some circles, bind together with thread and decorate with sparkle. And of course, we need to use a Peartree Cutfile. So I'm using the awesome Peartree Cutfile. They're all awesome, of course, but this one is awesome. And I have papers and embellishments from Vicky Bouton. They're mostly the Cully Study collection. So what you've seen me do so far is to stick the cut file onto 2 different sheets of patterned paper and then cut round it. So I've created those kind of bursts there to put my title on. I've now got the letters even from the title, and you can see my deliberate mistake there. I've stuck that one onto the wrong side of the patterned paper. I'm using the letters that from the cut file to stick onto the patterned paper that I want to use, because I just find it easy. I find it easy to cut them out, and then it gives them a little bit more sturdiness. I want to stick them onto some foam so that they are raised from the title outline, and sticking them onto some pattern paper gives them that double layer, just makes them a bit more sturdy. So I'm just trimming round. I won't I do edit here so that you don't have to sit and watch me cut them all out, but just trimming the fiddly bits in the middle with my craft knife, cutting round with my small scissors, and there you have it. All of my letters are cut out in that lovely blue patterned paper. So I've got 3 patterned papers. I've got 4 patterned papers there because I have cut the cut file from a patterned paper as well. Deciding where I want my photos to go, and I'm just marking with a pencil mark where I want the cut file to sit so that I can make sure I position it and stick it down in the right place. Obviously just going to rub those lines out once it's stuck. Oops, I've got flying things off my shelves. Dive bombed by a jar of texture paste there. So onto the second layer, which I'm going to pop on some foam to create some dimension. And this is just going to be a loud, busy layout full of colour, using those photographs of my great niece and nephew in a ball pool, which is where the circles element came from. I wanted to bring in the circles to kind of reflect the coloured balls. Now using my glue pen, I'm going to stick the outline of my title onto those bursts. This is a Zig 2-way glue pen. It's repositionable if you let it dry first. I find it quite handy to use for titles because it sticks really firmly, but if you do let it dry a little bit first, it's kind of easy to adjust if you get it slightly wrong. So I'm now cutting some really thin strips of foam to adhere my title letters so that they're slightly raised as well. Lots of dimension going on in that title. Just using some wet glue. And another jar of texture paste falling off my shelf. I must just be jogging it or something with the, I don't know what's going on. Poltergeist. Just adding the W, and again I'm going to edit in a minute, and they are all my letters in place. So now I've decided I want a frame. I'm going to trim a little piece off 2 of the edges, making sure, oh no, 3 actually, just, yeah, because of how I'd positioned the title. But I've taken an even amount from round my 12 by 12 to trim it down. Usually when I add a frame, I take about 1 centimetre off two sides, 1/2 centimetre off all the way round. It just provides a little frame. I've got a sheet from, I think that yellow is from Vicky Bouton's Storyteller. And just using some double-sided tape around the edge. I'm going to do that little trick of just folding a little bit of the tape over so that you can wiggle it about a bit and make sure you get it in the right place. And then pull the remaining strips off. And there's that bright yellow frame. Now I've got my photos ready. I've also picked out some bits of ephemera from the Colour Study collection. These are really pretty vellum circles. So starting off with forming building my clusters with those photographs and circles. Sorry, couldn't get my brain in gear then. And that top vellum circle has got some gold detail around the edge. So I'm bringing in a bit of sparkle. So far for my recipe, I have 4 patterned papers, which is a tick. I've got 3 photographs and I've got circles and a little bit of sparkle already. I will add some more. There is some gold foiling on the bottom circle as well. Now I've got those fabulous bright letters. I'm going to add a word down the bottom there, kind of creating a title that runs across the diagonal of the page. Just working out what colours will work. Getting those in the right place. It's not very often that I kind of use just these bright primary colours, but I am enjoying this collection. It's from Lottie Loves Paper. I got the Colour Study collection from there, and there are some bits still in the store. And now I'm using some thread, adding in my thread, and I'm kind of covering 2 bases here, 2 parts of the recipe, because it's sparkly thread. So ticking 2 boxes at once. Just adjusting my title. I'd got some stamps out there, which I had thought about doing some stamping on the background, but actually I decided that I wasn't going to do that, that there was going to be enough going on with all of the colour and the other elements. Choosing some chipboard elements to add on. I think I like those circles there. I'd come back to those. Just add some more circles. These circles have got gold foiling around the edge, so a little bit more sparkle. More circles. And there's that chipboard circle frame. I want to tuck that in. I toyed with the idea of putting it over the top, but wasn't really happy with that. So we're tucking it in underneath. Taking it out again. I will make up my mind eventually. Trimming it down. I thought I might be able to use the leftover bit elsewhere, but it was too small. So that went. Some more thread up the top. So I've got thread in both clusters. Just want another circle in the edge there. Always takes me a little while to get the thread in right. I'm never quite sure whether I'm happy with how I do that kind of thread tangle, but I guess it's supposed to look a bit messy, isn't it? So just tucking that in under that photograph, and I seem to have lost the other circle that I had there. I don't know what happened to that. Whether I decided I didn't like it. but it's gone. Another one down the bottom. Just adding into the clusters, giving a bit more colour and detail. With the, starting with the smaller elements now as well. There's that bead banner from the ephemera pack. So that's just going to, using my silicone glue gel, going to pop that in there under the title. I want to kind of put some embellishments on the title as well to kind of connect them, to connect it all up. And I want another word there in my title. And this is the Simple Story Colour Vibes sticker alpha pad. This is the Brights. These are fabulous. I love these letters. Such a great range of colours. I'm not happy. I fiddle about with this for a bit. Managed to rip the S in the process, so I'll have to get another one. But that's just me being clumsy. Still not happy with it. And I think that what it needs is they need to be on some white card. There we go. That's the S gone. They need to be on some white card so that they have a slight border. So eventually I realised that. And when I've finished fiddling around, that's what I do in a minute. I just stick them on some scrap of white photo card and cut around them so that they have just a small white border. And that just gives it enough to make them pop from the background a little bit more. I think they were getting lost before. And then using the silicone glue gel to pop them on. Again, Simple Stories Colour Vibe pad available from Lottie Loves Paper. They have, there's loads of different colours. I've got the lights as well, which are really pretty. And there's pastels and neutrals and all sorts. I'm going to have to invest in some more, I think. And I've got the puffy stickers here now, so I'm going to use some of those gold arrows to add some more sparkle to my recipe. Just sticking one on the title. And then looking for one to go into the bottom cluster. I don't like that face, looking for one going the other way. And now I'm down to some of the small, oh no, more arrows. Another one on that circle frame. Or even up there. More little circle stickers from the sticker book from Colour Study. I keep wanting to call it Colour Story, and I think that's because the last collection was Storyteller. Get them all in a muddle. And now I'm going to move on to some of the smaller elements. Just there's some lovely little dots on the puffy stickers, phrases, sheets. So I'm just picking off the colours that tie in. I mean, they pretty much all do because I've used all the colours, but I'm kind of steering away from the pinks and the purples. So going with the reds, the green, the yellows. In those little clusters, and there's sort of that peachy colour as well. And I haven't got paint or ink yet. I need to do something about that. Just adding some more dots onto the cut file. And using my Heidi Swap Gold Colour Shine, which I still have some of, to add some gold sparkly splatters. So I kind of thought that was finished, but then decided I wanted a little cluster on the top right there, because I like having a triangle on my layouts. It's a design element that works really well if you have a triangle to draw your eye around the design. And I've got the cluster on the bottom, the cluster in the top left, so I wanted some little detail on the top right to create that third point of the triangle to draw that your eye around the page. So I've just I've got a Vicky Boughton sticker book. It's quite old now. I don't know if it was from a particular collection or if it was just I can't remember. But I have that, which I'm just using, and I love that a lot of her collections, and that's the same with lots of designers, you know, their collections all tie in really well with each other. Just going to add that little banner sticker onto some foam. I've popped in another circle, just trimmed off, going off the page there. And some more puffy stickers, little of the circles, to tie that in with the other clusters. And that just kind of fills that gap up the top there. And I want a word strip to go up in that cluster as well. So just having a look at the sticker book, the stickers on the cardstock sticker sheet are black. I didn't really want black. So then just having a look at the stickers in the sticker book from Colour Study, and I went with one of those. Just tucking it, getting it so it's in the right place, and I pop in the puffy circles back. Toyed with the idea of adding that there or there, but no, didn't work, so left it as it was. And that's my layout. I hope you're enjoying the crop. I hope you join in with the challenges. You have a week to finish the challenges. So I look forward to seeing all of your designs, and thank you for joining me. Bye.